The words of the teacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, says the teacher, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What does a person gain in all his toil, in which he toils under the sun? All things toil continuously. No one can ever finish describing this. The eye is never satisfied with seeing, and the ear is never filled with hearing. What has been, it is what will be. What has been done, it is what will be done. There is nothing new under the sun. There is a thing of which it is said, look at this is new. But it already existed in ages past before us. Hello everyone, my name is Nikki Schumacher. I am practically imperfect in every single way. This community seeks to help each other love our families practically and imperfectly. Before I return to the content of the video, I would be honored if you would hit subscribe and hit the little notification bell so that you can know when I upload in the future. There are secret family vlogs at unlisted links that you will only have access to if you are subscribed, and it does not cost a thing, just a couple clicks. For what does a person receive for all his toil and in the longing of his heart with which he toils under the sun? All his days are painful. His labor brings grief, and his heart cannot rest at night. This also is vanity. There is nothing better for a person than to eat and drink and find delight in his toil, for I also realize that this is from the hand of God. For who can eat and drink, and who can enjoy life apart from him? For to the person who is good in his eyes he gives wisdom, knowledge, and joy, but to the sinner he gives the task of gathering and heaping up only to give it to him who is pleasing to him. This is also vanity and chasing the wind. Jesus said to them, my food is to do the will of him who sent me, and to accomplish his work. John 4:34. Grief hits at the oddest, seemingly insignificant moments. The minutest detail that I perform for my children, that Daddy used to do for me, can transport me back almost 40 years. I ask my soul, what does the Bible say about how to work through this trial? Hidden in my heart are the following passages, and my soul responds. Then Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and he took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her. Thus Isaac was comforted after his mother's death, and he loved her. Thus Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. Jesus said to them, "My food is to do the will of him who sent me and to accomplish his work. To do the will of my Father is my food."
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
To love brings comfort, not necessarily to be loved, but to love others. Not only romantic love, but that is surely one way. To do the will of God and to accomplish his work feeds us. To love others and to do God's work. Comfort and nourishment of our spirit, though not the main goal, are the byproduct of these acts.
You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do.
Soul, get up, clean up your house, and invite someone into your home to love. Invite the lady from the park who has been displaced due to the economy, with her sweet, active kiddos. Fix her some fancy coffee that you are so good at making, and give her energetic kids a place to run and play for a few hours so that it's your space that gets messy instead of their small hotel room.
You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
What if instead of always going on retreats, Christian women tried in advance? Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might, for there is no activity or planning or knowledge or wisdom in Sheol where you are going. Here is what I have seen to be good and fitting: to eat, to drink, and enjoy oneself in all one's labor in which he toils under the sun during the few years of his life which God has given him, for this is his reward. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. For if either one of them falls, the one will lift up his companion. But woe to the one who falls when there is not another to lift him up. Furthermore, if two lie down together, they keep warm. But how can one be warm alone? And if one can overpower him who is alone, two can resist him. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly torn apart. The conclusion, when all has been heard, is fear God and keep his commandments, because this applies to every person. For God will bring every act to judgment, everything which is hidden, whether it is good or evil. If you liked the video, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe and share with someone it could bless. If you really like the video, there are links below in the description box as to how you can support our ministry via Subscribestar, PayPal, and Venmo. There are also links to some of my favorite products and resources. Some of those are affiliate links which I can receive a small kickback for. Till next time, remember, you're good, you're precious, grace, and peace.